just enough. If I calculated this to be like just right, that's gotta be bullshit. There's gotta be some Goldilocks bullshit going on right there because I didn't plan for this, I don't think. I don't think I planned for it in this scale of like how many benches I uplifted from the previous location and like flung forwards. Yeah, that's probably not intentional. There's a fire in the way there. Hold on. Grim mate, when you're done cooking, can you can't deconstruct. What about Star? She can do just about everything. Star can do that. Alright, well Star will get that deconstructed. I saw Tofu walking here. Tofu mate. No, that's Lola. Wait, Tofu? Fucking hell mate, get back here. You. Can I get you to move that? Lola's already moving that, and I'll get you to move that one too. They'll get the extra benches in here. They'll have everything in here ready to go. I think I've already got allocated the amounts on most of these. I will have to go through at some point and clean up the amounts. Now, I also got to go find chairs too, because I sent a lot of chairs. Okay, let's do a thing. Let's say I want a chair storage over here. I'll tell you what, it gets a lot easier when I'm like, I need this and I don't need it to be over there anymore. So no dining. I do. Hold on. No, come get your ass back here. I clicked on something and it like disappeared. I ended up on my desktop. I'm like, get back here. So I don't want any chairs in here. Oh, I know what's happening is I'm clicking on the fucking clicking on the chat thing and it's throwing me to fucking desktop. Hold on. Okay, I've hidden it again. If I missed any messages, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty good about it. I don't usually miss them. But yeah, if I'm a bit delayed responding, please just know that like on my end, I'm still technical difficulties, Windows 11 issues. So, all right, that's all those out of there. These should be the extra benches. I do want these to kind of move. I don't want them in here, realistically. There's a bit going on in your game about the tech difficulties. It does make it a bit difficult because when I test my streaming stuff, when I test it offline, like when I'm not actively live, it doesn't give me the same results as when I am live. So even if I do test it offline, I don't get the same like result essentially, which makes it very, very hard for me to know if there's an issue or if I've resolved it and stuff, because I can only kind of get like a kind of an idea of what's going on kind of thing. It's sort of hard to explain, but yeah, it's not the same kind of functionality, you know. So when I actually do go live and it was fine like 5 minutes ago and then it's not anymore, and I'm like, all right, I can't do anything about that, or I have to do something while I'm streaming. So at the moment, I'm just kind of like, I'm doing sort of the best I can with like fixing up stuff that I see while I'm live, or making a note of it to see if I can fix it later. But again, I can only test it once I'm next live, so it does make it a little bit challenging. I don't know if I want to bring the power all up through here. I sort of definitely want a different color scheme in here. Not kind of purple, although it's terrible. What about the ice blue we had in the kitchen in the last place? I don't know how I feel about that. Did I have like any specifics saved for this? Because I had purple and I had blue and I accidentally fucked it up before. So where's my screenshots? I don't think I dabbled with the colors. No. I did have purple and blue. So I'll leave the blue on the outside like we had before, and I'll change inside to purple again. So we'll see how we go. I might like change the harshness of the purple and shit and the blue. Because that's a really bad shade of blue. I had like this vibrant blue in the last Space's kitchen and I kind of didn't mind it. But in here it's like obnoxious. Maybe dampen it down just a tiny bit. That's a little bit better. Okay, so that's roughly what I had it as before, but all this is like a nicer blue. We've got grow rooms, which I do hope that those are covered. Yep. cool. That one's not, but that's okay. This is summer. So as long as I keep an eye on like what day in the year it is, that should be fine. No, that's all got covered over there. We should be fine. Everything should be covered. Now, I do need to start building another building so that I can start putting more stuff in here. I've got to move some of these, like, what is it? Not hoop shoes, is it? I can't remember. There's, like, two kinds of things. You get, like, a circular hole kind of on a stick, and then you get, like, these, like, pegs in the ground kind of thing. And these ones, I think you throw, like, horseshoes at, and the other one, I think you try to, like, throw through the hole, I think. Oops. I overshot that a little bit. Plus, this is going to be, like, a garden zone, isn't it? So, the horseshoes and the hoop zone. Yeah, that's it. You guys knew what I was on about. I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't quite sure myself, but it's fine. There we go. Okay, so we'll get that built. We'll get this one maybe moved to there for the moment. Even though it's like on the hospital, it's fine. They'll just move it outside. It's not the best spot for it, but it's okay. When we got most of our mining things have moved outside. They have moved a good deal of the beds. I don't know what that little baby Thrombo is doing. Are you guys even allowed in here? Hang on a second. I don't know if I said that you guys could be in here. Or are you guys just chilling? I know, they're allowed in here. I gotta be careful with that because some of the animals will just cross through stuff. Although with the gates, with the fence, that has significantly stopped the bullshit. Let's see, we've still got a silver table I haven't put down yet. We have most of the chairs are installed in here that I can fit them. We have a couple of the games kind of like choke holding the alleyway there, which I kind of don't want that there. I want them to kind of move over. Yeah, I might move them to be more like these kind of passageway spots because in the middle of the hallway there is kind of shit, honestly. I don't want it to get too close to that. Maybe you guys can sit like that. Kind of like some kind of like sideways aesthetic thing going on. I don't know if I did that the same then. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out as I move shit around. I think it's about right. Now the question is, where is the other ones of these? That's 4 of those. Where is the... I have others. There. Okay. Alright, so... what was it? It's about here. And where are the other ones at here? I've got a few. I got like gold and jade and all sorts of shit I gotta move around as well. I'm gonna try to put as many in here as I can fit before they get shitty about it. But also I want to decommission that like mini kind of games room thing that I've got going here. This is kind of like the temporary spot that I put everything in. I might steal that. It's a marble. Hold on. Just gold colored. Okay, well, I'll steal the other jade one if that's the case. Put another one here. I might be able to fit a third one in each row, so maybe that's not a bad thing. I still have a shit ton of TVs. I've got... have I got only that one? Not installed? Yeah, okay, I've got one more telescope to install. I'll probably put it on this side, but honestly, it's in like the worst fucking place. I could put it up here. Hold on. Yeah, we can put it here. There we go. We've got a couple of telescopes there. I do wonder when they do stargazing if they're like looking out to see if they can find like one of the ships that they like crash landed from, or like another passing by ship to see if they can like hail it, you know? Would be kind of funny if that was the case. I think I've got this set to be destroyed. Green, when you're done, you can't do construction, that's fine. Deadlift, I don't know if he can. Yeah, okay, you destroy the refinery. Now, I've uprooted the other stuff. I do want this to be kind of like a wood-cutting art bench kind of room because it is technically underground in the mountain. And the reason why I want that is because if they destroy... like, if we get an infestation in here, they destroy the benches, big whoop. Like, what? I'm not going to make art, you know? Alternatively... if I made the benches out of a material that was not wood, it wouldn't be nearly as flammable. But as long as I put a few fire foam poppers in here, it isn't going to matter either. So since we're gonna bring art benches in here, now I haven't quite figured out how I want this to be. So I'm just gonna put stuff kind of roughly where shit is for the moment, and I'll move stuff around. But I do want this to be kind of, it could be art bench and this sort of stuff. At the moment I've got a lot of them. I also have more butcher stations. Hold on. I see 4 butcher stations. It doesn't seem that important, but it's really critical that I get these fucking things out and around the base, just for the sheer number of animals I'm gonna have influxing when they arrive. So the last thing I need is to have animals like rot or, you know, I don't know, like they will get eaten by like the panthers and the cats. It's not really like an issue. But I do want them to peel as many as they possibly can, as quickly as they possibly can, so it can then go into like meals and shit. I do have a hard cap on the meals. The only problem is I do have to take a look at the bench scenario and see how many I brought over that have an incorrect amount, because I think I was trying to cap it at about 3,000. I think this bench down the bottom has been here the longest. So 10,000 for the survival meals and 4,000 for the simple meals. I must have 4,000 on pemmican too. Yeah, 4,000 on pemmican, 4,000 on simple meals, and a pack of survival meals. I wanted it to be in like the 10,000s because it makes them happy when they eat it. And so I don't really give a shit if they have it. Plus it also lasts beyond like a power outage, and worst case scenario is my animals can eat it. Not that I really want them eating that, but I'm just saying, you know. I'm thinking of like the event proofing scenarios where shit catches fire, or like, you know, solar flare happens for like a week and we like lose all of our supplies, and then everybody's hungry and rioting, and you know what it's like. It's RimWorld, right? Are these all allocated? I just want to check. That one's not. And I think I moved I was going to put the uranium one up the back, but I guess I could put it like here as like a decorative piece. I do have like a couple of uranium chairs. I started like having a lot of uranium in my base, and I need to use this shit. I'm not actively using it for really anything else, so... Oh, they're all allocated. Hold on, it's the bench. There we go. Okay, between the cooking bench, the butcher benches, I think the 4 butcher benches will be coming in, which allow me to get 2 more. I need 2 more of these. Well, I need 1 more of these, sorry. No, you go there. Let's reinstall that here. I want to move some stuff off center too. Calm down, guinea pig. It's not even that serious. Let's see. I don't need 2 of those. I probably will just bring in a heater. If anybody can hear Phoenix screaming in the background, he's fine. He's just having a senior moment. Please just like ignore that. He just like screaming into the night. I don't even think I got the window open, but he's just gonna do it anyway. If I've got the heater in here, I don't need that. Oh, Nina's stuck. Hold on. Nina, love. Can you deconstruct that wall? How long have you been in there? Not long. Okay, she hasn't been in there too long. She'll find her way out and then they'll fix that wall. I swear, if I don't pay attention to my colonists, they will build themselves into a wall. Like 9 times out of 10. I'm not even joking. Half the time. A couple of my people specifically are like 11 out of 10. They will build themselves into a wall. And it's like, it's not even like an antisocial thing. They just do it because they can. Nina just got out. I'll leave her alone. Who else is in the area that can do some building? Marlboro, Mole. Hydro could do some. Oh, wait. Did we work out you did mining? Yeah, you do 0 of that. Val should. Val does low construction. Hold up. Lincoln's here. Alright, Lincoln, when you're done cooking, I'll also need to have to go check those butcher benches as well and see what we have set up on them, because I sent them over. Hummingbird, can I get you to... Once you're done cooking, I'll get you to clean this kitchen. I kind of don't love the fact that I've got animals running through like all the cooking areas and stuff like that, but my animals are hauling stuff in. They are also coming in for food. Ideally, I was going to have them come through here because I think when you cook the meat, I think... Oh, you guys. You fucking... Alright, hold on. I realized that they did this. You're not allowing anything on that, and you're gonna I want you two to link. There we go. All right. I was just seeing like this, they were bringing shit in here and I'm like, that's not that refrigerated, guys. Okay, but you did make some benches, so I guess I'm proud of you guys. We'll get, how do we want this to go? I guess back up in the corner. I sort of want to stack it like this, honestly. I kind of want to change how they're stacked. It makes like no difference, but maybe. This is one of the only things I really hate about the shelves, apart from the fact that I can't just like super easily just do a count of stuff, is that, yeah, they will just stack whatever. But I have additional slots in here, so this is fine. If they're going to start making shelves, because they look like they've made all the other ones, which I now realize they also have, oh my crap, hang on a second. No, I want the little shelves. Granite shelf. Can I get one that's not attached to a light? Oh, one of the ones up here is not attached to a light. Hold on. Can I have all of these? I don't want them to be all linked, I guess. Alright, fuck it, I'll do it individually. I don't really want this many in a room. I think I was actually going to use individual storage spaces up in the corners just to like give me extra space. And in this room, I don't quite remember what I was supposed to be doing with it. I think once I move some benches, I'll be able to see. But this is fine. For the moment, I've got fresh, I've got food, got meat, meals, pemmican, and chocolate. So I kind of want these couple of benches in here to kind of match that. And I don't think I have any, none were built in there yet, but one of these were. So, what did you guys have? I had chocolate, pemmican. I hope I didn't have all, yeah, I had all those linked. Okay, I don't want them all to be super linked up. I want all of these to unlink and then link them together as themselves as a group. Clear everything. I don't want rotten in here. I thought about just like storing meat or something up in here, but it's fine. I was going to try to separate my carnivore and vegetarian shit into different spaces if I could, but it really doesn't matter. If I can just get them to remove shit off it for the moment, they should probably all stack it into that one space. Plus I have the shelves in here, which is for the packaged survival meals and pemmican if we make it, which I think is maybe snoozed at the moment. I would have to check. Oh, we got some pemmican. Okay, maybe not. Okay, what else do we need in here? These shelves up in here, I need them to not have miscellaneous shit. I love the fact that my colonists, like no joke, have brought stuff in here from such a huge distance away to store stuff on it. And I'm like, you bastards. I guess we can have the meals. You guys can have the meals up in that one. I kind of wanted it kind of closer to that because it would be the chairs and stuff, but it's fine. As long as they're removing stuff off it for the moment, it is fine. And that one's not allowing any rotten. And same with these, I'll have to fix this up. I think I was going to put like just raw meat and shit on it. You guys link those. And I want nothing but... I don't even know if I want raw meat on this. Maybe we could have like raw something else. I'll figure it out. Either way, it's not allowing stuff for the moment. And the reason why I want them to disallow it is I want them to take some of the things like the chem fuel and crap the fuck out of here, because I've got like chem fuel and 1,500 wood and then like more chem fuel and more wood. And I'm like, I don't want that in my kitchen. Fix that shit up. And then I'll like sort out my bench situations later. Because I thought I had all of this was just pure meat, but maybe something has changed. I also need you guys to build that in the corner. I don't know if she got stuck in there because there's a bench. If that's the case, if I move that over for a second, hey Mel, when you're done with that, can I get you to move that over just by one? I don't think they have an issue walking over it, but I don't want to see Nina get stuck in a wall again, so I'll just shift it over for the minute. If they're gonna make more of these, like blue jays, oh yeah, that's right, they have to go around to the thing. Can you deliver the shells? Because I know that, well, there's a cat sleeping in that spot, I can't deliver that. But I think all of my benches are in here. I've got almost all of the chairs. So almost all the chairs that we brought that were like excellent quality or above do look like they're kind of in here. I just got to go check in my inventory. See if I have more. There is a couple here that like aren't installed too. So there is that. That one's fine. All of the bottom ones are installed. This one's out of line. That can go up there. And this one needs a place. I don't know if Pex has got a chair there. I need like a couple of them to move. I guess I could see if I just decided to like copy paste something. But we've still got... It's not really counting it properly, but I've definitely got like 4. I don't need to build any chairs yet, which is fine. It looks like I might only have like 5, 6 or 7 chairs left, which is great. Oh, I do have a hoopstone thing. Hang on a ticket. Let's put that near your like kitchen area where you guys can go like, I don't know, play hoopstone after you eat and shit. Maybe there. Oh, that's really close to that actually. Hold on. I'll put that over there. Okay, they'll be near their food. I actually have a substantial amount of hospital beds. Goddamn. I've got to make another hospital. At the moment, I'm just kind of storing rooms up here because it is technically clean, but I do want to like move them around so I can see what I actually have. So I do want this, but I kind of don't want it in that shape. I kind of want to move it downwards. So it's more like a hallway and like 4 separate hospital rooms. But we'll see. Because my only other concern too is that these rooms are quite far away. They're great if there's a prison fight and somebody takes it and puts it in there, but if we're bringing a prisoner into the hospital, it's a long way. So I don't really want that. Let's see, Lauren's just woken up. She shouldn't be idle. Camel is idle. What do you guys do? You're cooking and animals. My God, we have animals and shit to cook for days. Kit still doesn't have anything to work on, and Ocelot has like this issue, or I reckon it's the animals are asleep. That's what their issue is. When the animals wake up, I'm going to drop down about 3 colonists not doing stuff. That's fine. I could also just make this like a tailor bench room. That would also be useful. So I've got a couple of art benches out. They've already started doing art stuff, which I actually don't want you guys doing art at the moment because I need the blocks for other shit, which is fine. The butcher benches are accounted for, the cooking ones are accounted for, the art benches are accounted for. I do want to put the drug lab stuff in here. I don't need this many of these. I made them because I need like a shit ton of components, but I have got like sneaky little extra space and stuff. And I definitely have this like whole row here I could utilize as like a drug lab type thing in amongst this. I don't think that shit overlaps in the slightest, but I could definitely put it in here. So, yeah, once I've sorted out what kind of stuff I've got, because I got a lot of like bionics and implant stuff and whatever, I've got to like move around as well. When you're done delivering that, can I get you to clean the workshop? It'd be so great when I get to a point where my colonists have enough like free time that they can just go and clean. And I kind of do want the bionics and stuff brought into here realistically. I want the medicine. That's what I want brought over here. I want the manufactured blue medicine. Well, also, I guess Glitter World stuff. And we should have herbal stuff in here somewhere on a shelf, maybe. Or have you guys not been storing it in the cold? Yeah, we could have a medical room. I could have a medical shelf. This one could be a medical shelf. This one's linked to something. Hold on. Let's unlink you. I don't know if that did that all on your own. Yep. Okay, let's say that you can have everything. You're not going to be food. You're not going to be rotten. You're going to allow for herbal medicine because I'm definitely going to have enough for 2 squares, 3 stacks each for that eventually. So that would be fine with me. Built one of those. I do have to kind of like gold tip the edges of that, just like this. I also need to put like a general floor in here too, and I haven't done it. I was waiting to see how the granite kind of looked in a sense, and I guess since I'm kind of going with the purples, I could I could do granite in here. That is an option. I don't want to waste their time building extra stuff at the moment. Only moving stuff. We can do floors and shit after people move in and stuff. But I could definitely do like this granite. I could probably do this room otherwise limestone. That would probably be fine. Also, is this another one? Where did we find this one? That's fine. Look, we'll just pop it there. And somebody can use that. That's empty. That's empty. What else we got? We've got a couple of powered benches. I sort of want the drug lab stuff to move maybe down to here. I don't really have space for it, but I could make an extra spot. If I mesh that together. It's not going to expand it together. Either way, if I allow for the benches, buildings, I don't know if it's buildings per se, production. I want you to bring the, where are they? Where's the drug benches? Drug lab. If you guys could bring that down, I actually wouldn't mind like making some of these benches more like metal and stuff. I was really like low on metal and stuff in a lot of like the places where I built shit. Like if I really wanted to, I could rebuild a lot of these like butchering benches in metal and it would be kind of neat and stuff. Like I could definitely do like a couple more, but they'd kind of stand out as like, you know, not the same shit. But I assume that metal, especially for like a butchering bench, you think that that would like increase, you'd think that that would increase like its I don't know, hygiene or something. I know it uses more resources, but I think we have enough steel. You know, we've got like 52,000 steel. We're good for the moment. I do want to make armor, but make 2 extra benches, which will have work speed penalty. That's fine. You guys are fine. They're actually mostly all fine. They've actually kind of resolved themselves. So I've got a couple of benches to deliver in here. I do need to get rid of the fireplace. That needs to go. They're working on the extra doors. Got to go. Like that. They need to go. I kind of don't know if I'm just going to carve out this like edge bit here maybe. Kind of feel like I should. So if I grabbed this light for just a second and I reinstalled this on that wall so that we don't lose it somewhere into the colony because my people will do that. And I'll wait for them to move these over. Then I'll get just like a couple of extra spaces, but in my colony storage, a couple of extra spaces is a lot of extra spaces. Also, stop putting shit on that. Stop that. No. Let's see. Reinstall that onto that wall. Okay, so also that one should be good to go with fresh, not manufactured stuff. I would say food, raw food. I guess I can't put corpses on here, but I could put meat. Okay, let's put meat in here. I'm only going to need a couple of benches for that then, if that's the case, because I was hoping to store extra corpses. But yeah, if I can only have like 2 benches, I'll just do 2 benches with meat in it. Putting them closest to the door is actually kind of not that useful then. I still don't know if I want to move everything down a smidge, but I might reinstall you. Like I could reinstall it to here. That would be super efficient, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's reinstall them to here. Fuck knows which direction these fuckers face. I'm assuming I put that backwards. Let's try that. I don't know which way goes what. I don't care. But I feel like that's kind of like the way. Which means that this is not it. I feel like there's a do you know the way joke in this, you know. Anywho, we'll get some shit moved around. I'll get some stuff sorted out with storage soon. Who's in the area? Army is here. Army, I love. Can I get you to work on that? And if you could just install a bunch of chairs when you're done, that would be great. I've probably got a couple more chairs in here that's got to kind of go get installed. This is fine. I can finally see some seats. I think Grimm's got one. They've got one. I would like to move that back to there, but is